second spot for such a long time, got out of the draft on just that last lap, and has slipped way back.
And David, that was not of his own doing that he got out of the draft.
No.
Rick Wilson pulled up beside of him on the outside, so nothing. There's trouble up in turn 4.
There is a crash in turn 4. It's collected 1, 2, several automobiles in bad trouble on the outside of 4 into the wall.
Rob Moroso is one of them. It looked like the 20 car.
That also looks like the Dick Trickle, number 66, that's in trouble. Dick Trickle's number 66.
Carrying one of our in-car cameras.
First caution of the day comes in the at the end of the 26th lap.
Now let's see if I call the Rob Moroso. I just looked at a blue and white car. It might not have been Rob Moroso. It could have been one of the other.
I believe you're right, Ned. Here comes Trickle's car. And they say the other car, Phil Parsons' car, is in it.
Well, it's a tough break. Phil Parsons had such a great qualifying run here for this DieHard 500.
There you see the 29 coming in. Phil Parsons with that new Pontiac, the Diamond Ridge Pontiac, that had qualified in 8th position today.
And I think that might be the car that I thought was the 20 of Rob Moroso. We'll check it out here in just a moment, but their cars are painted very similar. But
and of course, we saw a lot of cars coming up from the back. People like Michael Waltrip, and of course Sterling Marlin came way up, and of course one of the guys that paid the penalty was in fact Phil Parsons, who was one of the people that had swapped places with him and gone down.
Look again at what happened. I think there's some very lucky race drivers out there, David.
Yeah, this whole group, including Richard Petty there in the STP car, were a bit lucky to get through there.
And now for the Rob Moroso fans, he indeed was not in that accident. He is still running up near the front of the pack in that lead pack.
It looks like Phil Parsons' car got away from him. Hits the apron.
Bill Elliott getting around. Let's go to Dave Despain.
Phil Parsons' car under repair here in the pit area. Right front badly beat up. Let's see, a left front tire is flat. Let's see if we can get a word with the driver and find out what happened out there. Here is the tire that has been removed, and here is Phil Parsons. Phil, back in racing at a track where you've won, where you've crashed horrendously. What happened today?
I'm not sure, Dave. I don't know if we had a tire going down or what. I really don't think so. The car just got real loose, and Brett Bodine, I was trying to follow Dick Trickle, and Brett Bodine was behind me, and I think probably Brett moved up and took the air off the spoiler, and around it went.
Okay, better luck next time. Let's go down pit road. There's been a loud noise down there. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll see if we can get more on that, Ken.
Car number 66, Dick Trickle, is on fire as he came out of the pits, Ned.
Okay, what happened? He was continuing to go around to the field so as to not lose a lap. The field will be coming into the pits, but Trickle went around. A tire did blow as he came across the start-finish line, and it must have cut an oil line or something because the car caught fire momentarily. Of course, the safety vehicles will be out there as Trickle continues to come around the racetrack. Now let's go to the pits and Mike Joy.
Dale Earnhardt, the race leader, is in for service. No chassis adjustment on the car, perhaps a little bit of stagger change. 2 extra men over the wall today, one to remove the right rear tire after it comes off the car, so it's not a hazard to other cars exiting the pit. Another allowed over the wall to service the driver, give him a cold, damp washcloth or a cold drink. Earnhardt says, no thanks, none of that, I'm ready to go, but Bobby Hillin beats him down pit lane.
Wild activity, all coming in for fuel. Still drawing around the track, car number 66. Dick Trickle, last year's Rookie of the Year, and now he comes to a halt. Real trouble as he came by our area at the start-finish line. There were flames shooting from beneath the car. He's still trying to limp in here, crawling back into the garage area, car number 66.
Ken, what he was trying to do was stay in the lead lap, but it cost him by making that extra lap. Now even the pace car is going to lap him out there because he has to go so slow in getting back around.
He's speeding up, trying to beat the pace car. That's what I call trying.
This is from the back, out of the back of Dick Trickle's car. There you see the pace car and the rest of the field as he's trying to stay up that lap.
Smoke coming out again now, doing it underneath of the car, a lot of good.
Oh boy, yeah, that can do a lot of damage under there. You can see the sparks flying.
You can be sure he's on the radio and tell him what he thinks needs to be done as he wants to stay in that lead lap.
But he's going to have to come into the pits this time. The pace car will go by, and so he will go at least one lap down.
And of course, It's one of those double-edged swords. You don't know how much damage he's done to the car by going around with that other lap that may not have been done to it before.
Well, it certainly took some. There you see that right front all torn up.
He obviously only just tagged the wall, but it's done a lot of damage on this lap, for sure. Gee, still
Continues to wear it down, just grind it off. Car number 66, the Cale Yarborough Racing Team. And he's trying to get, it won't turn.
His left rear.
It won't turn. Remember when he stayed in the center of the track, and I wondered about it. Now he's got to back it up to aim it in.
Yep. Well, the tires are flat on it, and you can see it has already torn the nose off the car. Now he's out in the grass. The rest of the nose is going to be gone. Boy, the aerodynamics are going to absolutely be killed.
There you see him inside the car struggling. His left rear, I noticed, is a bit of kilter too.
Dave Despain.
Mark Martin on pit road, right side tires on. Now they'll come to the left-hand side. What is unusual about this is that Martin overshot his pit when he came in the first time. Team owner Jack Roush just threw up his hands and said he didn't see the board. And so they make the pit stop late and will lose a tremendous amount of track position with a 26-second stop, a full lap behind everybody else. Let's go to Mike Joy.
Well, just as happened at Michigan, a bit of trouble on the Richard Childress car. Dale Earnhardt's ratchet is unlocked again, as it did in that race. Tell us what that means, Richard.
Well, only one wheel was pulling when it come out of the pits. I think it started off, got a little gas under the tire right there.
All right, but he can hopefully work that thing back and forth and lock it back in.
Yeah, we think it got back locked in under the caution here.
As it's been for the Davey Allison team, it's been a tough week for you folks as well.
Yeah, you know, we'd just like to wish Linda Howell a speedy recovery, and our prayers and thoughts are with Benny and Cheryl Littell.
Okay, who lost a child to crib death just earlier this week. Let's go back upstairs.
And has been very helpful to Dale Earnhardt over the past season. Bobby Hillen now appropriates first position. Michael Waltrip finds himself in second. Alan Kowicki in third with 29 laps complete.